breaking the rules.
The startup nation is rooted in a 2,000-year-old culture of debate, questioning authority, and breaking the rules. That was the message from Education Minister Naftali Bennett as he opened Israel's first ever conference for OECD Education Ministers in Jerusalem. Over 30 delegations were in attendance to draw lessons from the Israeli education system for their home states.
The entrepreneurial culture is absolutely amazing to see. I mean, there's so many really good examples. The level of social responsibility that is given to students, sort of to shape their own future, to think about, what is their place in society. I think there's a lot of really very interesting initiatives here in schools and even around schools. Perhaps the most fascinating part about Israel is not the formal school system, is education around the formal school system, all the kind of initiatives that actually happen that support learning throughout life.
Education Minister Bennett revealed what he called the secret of the startup nation.
2,000 years of education. You see, 2,000 years ago we had a state of Israel here. We were then dispersed by the Romans all around the world, but the Jewish leadership back then made a cardinal decision that every child will learn to read and write.
Bennett also attributed the Jews' scholarly prowess to the practice of chevruta, learning in pairs in which the teacher sets a challenge based on ancient texts and gives the pairs several hours to debate the solution.
So it's a very loud, very argumentative methodology of learning. And in fact, the debate is for the sake of the debate, not even for the sake of the bottom line. And that culture of debate and questioning is inculcated deeply in our culture.
Later, Bennett tweeted that the Korean Education Ministry is even preparing a pilot based on the chevruta technique. Bennett also attributed Israel's success to widespread volunteering, the early assumption of responsibility in the military and youth movements, and good old-fashioned chutzpah and sharp elbows.
If you cannot enter a room through the door, come through the window. If you can't get in through the window, drill a hole in the ceiling and come through. You get through. You make it happen.
Andreas Schleicher, director for the OECD's Directorate of Education and Skills, said that the rapid advance in technology requires teachers to revolutionize education to meet the shifting demands of developed economies.
The world no longer rewards people just for what they know. Google knows everything. The world rewards people for what they can do with what they know. That has become the big differentiator. And the dilemma for educators is that the kind of things that are easy to teach, maybe easy to test, are precisely the kind of things that are easy to digitize, automate, outsource.
But while Israel gets top marks for effort, there's still room for improvement.
If you go into most classrooms, in most schools, you find still quite traditional kind of teaching and learning, very much focused on the reproduction of subject matter content. So even Israel has still a long way to go to make innovation sort of mainstream.